Why in the world are you still dating them? Your mind is saying that, but your body is picking up the phone. Is there anybody who has said, why? Your mind is saying why, but your body is saying why not? Sometimes knowing better doesn't always equate to doing better. You can't always will your way into better behavior. Has anybody ever found yourself doing things that you swore you would never do, or doing things that you swore you would never do again? But when temptation came over and over and over and over, they wouldn't stop text messaging you. They wouldn't stop calling you, and you hit ignore the first or second or third time, but then you say, what you want? You answer the phone, because they came over and over and over again. So we're tempted over and over and over again, and then after a while, our attitude changes. So we clearly needed God to give us more than willpower. We needed God to give us more than some self-help books. We needed God to give us some grace. This is why Jesus could look at his disciples and tell them to pray, because the spirit was willing, but the flesh was weak. This is why the psalmist could say, search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting. Because I found that if you test yourself, you'll grade yourself on a curve every time. Every time. I'm not talking about when you test other people. I'm talking about when you test yourself. Don't you give yourself extra credit sometime? Don't you give yourself some grace sometime? Don't you? But he says, test me, search my heart, O God. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting. Because when we have to trust in more than our own goodness. You ain't that good. I'm not that good. We've got to trust in God's goodness, and then begin to appropriate God's grace. Because if we're not careful, after a while, even the best of us can find ourselves in a situation like the man in a popular childhood story called The Green Eggs and Ham. Anybody ever read that story? Green Eggs and Ham. Remember at the beginning of the story, he said, I would not, could not, in a box. I could not, would not, with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. But after Sam kept coming, after he keeps coming over and over, would you like them in a boat? Would you like them with a goat? He comes over and over and over, and after a while he gives in and tries it, and by the end of the story we hear him singing, I do like them. I do like green eggs and ham. I do like them, Sam I am. I like them in a house. I like them with a mouse. I like them in a box. I like them with a fox. I like them here. I like them there. I like green eggs and ham everywhere. And I discovered that that's not too unlike us. When we're faced with temptation, at first we said no. The second time we said no. The third time we said no, but after a while our no turns to I don't know. And then our I don't know turns to I guess so. And at that point, the list of biblical do's and don'ts of the law couldn't help you, because what we needed was to fall on our face before God in faith that he would extend to us a measure of grace. Think of some of the things that you said I wouldn't do. Some of the places you said you wouldn't go. But then when it comes over and over and over and over, I'm saving myself to a marriage. That's what you said. That's what you said. I wouldn't, babe. No, I wouldn't. But then after a while, they push the issue enough. They take off enough. Or maybe it's not sexual. Maybe they get on your nerves enough. They get in your face enough. They keep asking you for money enough. And eventually your calm, meek demeanor transforms because the temptation came over and over. So what we then need is not a list of do's and don'ts. What we need is God's grace. We need a measure of grace. We need a measure of grace. Is there anybody other than me who knows without a shadow of a doubt that you need God's grace? I mean, you done messed things up. You made some mistakes. You went too far and you needed God to give you grace. Thank you so much for watching. I trust that something was said that will help you to be inspired and encouraged and motivated to begin a new life starting right now. And if something helped you today in this clip, definitely feel free to share the link with the button share listed right below, and subscribe to the channel. I'm posting videos each and every week on what I love to call Motivational Mondays to help you to enjoy new life. And remember, you don't have to wait until later to begin a new life. Your new life can start right now. Thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you again.